And that is shown right here in this sheet that I was referring to. If you go down, you'll see that there are people who are commanders.
What exhibit are you referring to, sir?
The same one, the last page of Exhibit 5, of which there's commanders, which is the second highest rank in the Sea Org. You have a person here who is a petty officer. Here's another petty officer, third class, another petty officer, another petty officer, another petty officer. In other words, petty officers are made commanders, which is the second highest rank in the Sea Org, because they are holding a commander position in an organization. And that's where you get these brevet and earned ranks going. So the captain of an organization might be a petty officer in actual rank.
For instance, a captain of an organization known as Flag Service Organization could have a different rank in the Sea Org than what he has at Flag?
That could be.
Okay.
And in fact, what they say here at this time, Mr. Miscavige was the only one that had the actual earned rank of captain.
So he had captain in both instances.
You're testifying, Ken.
Is that true?
Yes.
Is there anyone else that has an earned rank of captain in the Sea Org in this document other than Mr. Miscavige?
No.
Okay. Can you identify exhibit number 6?
This is the copy of Command Channels of Scientology.
And are those only certain excerpts from the book entitled Command Channels of Scientology?
Yes.
All right.
Is there a date?
There's no date here.
Do you have any idea when this particular book was?
If I recall, this was issued mid 80s. The date was actually unimportant for the point that I was going to be making on this.
I know, but for us, it's.
I understand.
Just trying to.
Okay. Is this a book that is published by Scientology?
It was a one-time book to set up the new command channels that had been set up in 1981, 1982, and into 1983.
And in reference to the command channels of Scientology as depicted in this excerpt of this book, exhibit number 6, what is and holds the highest command within the Scientology organizations?
The organization would be the RTC, or Religious Technology Center, which is defined with its on page 7.
Okay. And what is the Religious Technology Center?
The Religious Technology Center is the organization that holds the trademarks and service marks of Scientology.
While you were at ASI, was there anyone there who was not a member of the Sea Org?
No.
While you were at ASI, did the Sea Org members operate according to their rank?
Rank? What rank?
The rank
the
within
organization?
the rank within the Sea Org.
No.
Did you ever leave the Sea Org?
Yes.
When?
I left the Sea Org in 1989.
Okay, and for what reason?
Objection is to the form.
Well, that turns out that's a bit of a narrative.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. While you were at ASI, you were a member of a Sea Org, correct? Of the Sea Org?
Yes.
All right. Were you ever disciplined while you were a member of the Sea Org while you were still at ASI?
Yes.
And in what manner?
The most severe was when I was sent to the RPF.
What is the RPF?
Okay, objection. This is absolutely outside the scope of what he said he was being called to testify about. When we took his deposition, it's outside the scope of what you said he was being called to testify about. I mean, most of this deposition had, but this particularly is. What's this got to do with anything?
Why were you sent to the, what is the RPF?
Yeah, I objected this entire line and I moved to strike it.
He never identified this as a...
The Rehabilitation Project Force.
And what is the purpose of the RPF?
For correction of Sea Org members
And why were you sent to the RPF?
Objection, that's the form.
I was sent to the RPF at the termination of a power struggle for basically being on the wrong side.
Being on the wrong side of what?
Between a power struggle between Mr. Miscavige and Pat Broker.
Who is Pat Broker?
Pat Broker was an aide that was living with Mr. Hubbard in his final years.
And why was there a power struggle between Pat Broker, who was an aide, and Mr. Miscavige?
All right, objection is the form. You're asking him for a narrative by his own account. Also lack of foundation.
Did this power struggle between Mr. Miscavige and Pat Broker occur while you were at ASI?
Yes.
Okay. And did you personally observe this power struggle?
Yes.
And what did you observe?
The objection calls for a narrative. Objection is to...
Go ahead and answer the question.
I assume he's going to answer. I'm just stating an objection.
I know, he's waiting for you to stop talking.
Every time Pat Broker contacted me, there was always interrogations. There was always suspicions about dealings between him and myself. And then when it came to a head, was when I learned the rest of the story.
What story?
That it really was a struggle between the two of them for who would control Scientology.
Was this before or after the death of Mr. Hubbard?
This was after his death.
Did Mr. Hubbard have any appointed successor?
Objection, lack
Did
of
Mr.
foundation.
Hubbard that appointed?
Objection, lack of foundation.
There was something that was issued into the Sea Org and the rest of Scientology that designated Pat Broker as a successor.
What was that?
I have a copy of it.
Where's that?
Where's mine? Here we go. I need the rest of these. Here we go. Just one more set of these. Don't mix them up.
There's something back there?
No. Jesse, here's what I'm going to pull out.
While we look at this document.
Excuse me,
Wait,
in
he's in the middle
trial,
of his
this
testimony.
cannot happen. You can't be having whispering conversations.
We're trying to find a document that
Well,
he's
but he
looking
doesn't need,
fine,
the witness doesn't have to whisper in your ear and blow you over while you find it.
That's fine.
Because we have to look at the document again.
Which document is it? Are we off the record?
Oh, wait a minute. It's over here. I'm sorry.
Okay, mark that as our next exhibit. I only have one more of these. No, that's the exhibit. Did you mark that?
What's he got?
No, that's an original.
It looks like a copy.
Well, let me say it.
What's that, 8?
Yeah, I'm marking this one.